Wondering what is beetroot good for? Did you know that the humble beetroot hiding in your kitchen could be a treasure trove of health benefits or a hidden hazard waiting to trip you up? Stay tuned as we dive into the surprising world of beetroot, backed by science. Today, we're unraveling the mysteries of a vegetable that's as controversial as it is colorful, the beetroot. You've probably heard about its health benefits, but did you also know there are some risks that you should be aware of? We've scoured the latest scientific research to bring you the most comprehensive guide on what beetroot is good for and what you absolutely must avoid. And make sure you watch until the end because we have a few beetroot secrets that will totally change the way you see this vibrant veggie. Okay, let's dive in. All right, first up on our agenda, how beetroots are like brain food. You know how, as we get older, our mental sharpness might not be what it used to be? That's totally normal, but it does up our chances of running into brain related issues like dementia. Here's where beetroots strut their stuff. They're packed with nitrates, and these little wonders help open up your blood vessels, boosting blood flow up top to your brain. Now, here's the cool part. Beetroots specifically jazz up the blood flow to your frontal lobe. That's your command center for all the heavy-duty thinking, decision-making, and remembering where you left your keys. And get this, there was this study a while back focusing on folks with type 2 diabetes. They found that those who drank about a cup of beetroot juice every day for 2 weeks were a tad quicker in their thinking. We're talking a 4% faster reaction time in cognitive tests compared to people who didn't sip on the beet juice. Pretty neat, right? Next on our list, let's talk about how beets could be your heart's new best friend. You might not think about it much, but keeping your blood pressure on the level is super important, especially since high blood pressure is like a VIP pass to heart disease. So here's the scoop. There's a bunch of research out there that shows chugging some beetroot juice can actually take your blood pressure down a notch. And it seems to have a bigger impact on systolic blood pressure. That's the number that pops up when your heart is doing its pump action, compared to diastolic pressure, which is what's happening when your heart's kicking back and relaxing. Also, just a heads up, munching on raw beets might do more for your blood pressure than the cooked ones. Why do beets have this superpower? It's all thanks to the nitrates they're loaded with. In your body, these nitrates turn into nitric oxide, which is like a chill pill for your blood vessels, helping them relax and bring your blood pressure levels down. Beets are also rocking some serious folate, another heart-friendly nutrient. The research on folate is a bit all over the place, but some studies are pretty positive about it helping to lower blood pressure. But the beetroot's magic on blood pressure isn't a one-and-done deal. It's more like a regularly scheduled program kind of thing. To keep those heart health benefits coming, you've got to keep beets on your menu. Coming up next, beets might just be your secret weapon in the battle against inflammation. Ever notice the deep red color of beets? That's thanks to something called betalains, and they're not just pretty, they're packed with anti-inflammatory powers. Here's why that's awesome. Inflammation is like the bad guy in so many health issues, from heart disease and obesity to liver problems and even cancer. It's like a sneaky villain causing trouble in your body. There was this one study with folks who had high blood pressure. They drank about a cup of beet juice every day for 2 weeks, and guess what? Their inflammation markers, like C-reactive protein and tumor necrosis factor alpha, went down. That's a big deal. And here's a throwback to a study from 2014. People with osteoarthritis, which is basically inflammation central in the joints, took capsules filled with beetroot extract. The result, less pain and discomfort. Pretty cool, right? So next time you're sipping on some beet juice or cooking up some beets, just think about all the anti-inflammatory goodness you're getting. All right, let's talk about something super important but often overlooked, your gut health. And guess what? Beets are here to save the day. Just 1 cup of these ruby red beauties packs in about 3.4 grams of fiber. Yep, beets are pretty fiber rich. Now here's the deal with fiber. It doesn't just disappear in your stomach. Nope, it takes a journey all the way to your colon. Over there, it's like a feast for your friendly gut bacteria and helps keep your bathroom visits regular. This is great news if you're dealing with annoying stuff like constipation, IBS, or even diverticulitis. But that's not all. Fiber is like the unsung hero in preventing some serious health issues. We're talking colon cancer, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. So next time you're munching on some beets, give yourself a pat on the back for taking such good care of your digestive health. Next up, we're delving into something a bit more serious. Beets and their potential anti-cancer properties. Now beets are like a cocktail of compounds that might just give cancer a tough time. We're talking about stuff like betaine, ferulic acid, and a few others with names that sound like they belong in a science lab. Here's where it gets interesting. In test tube studies, they've seen beetroot extract put the brakes on cancer cells, slowing down their growth and division. That's pretty promising, right? But wait, there's more. Some research suggests that having more betaine in your blood could be linked to a lower risk of getting cancer. That's another point for Team Beet. However, and this is a big however, most of these studies have been more about these specific compounds rather than chowing down on beets themselves. So, while the signs are hopeful, we still need more research on how munching on beets as part of a balanced diet might impact cancer risk. Just a little food for thought. All right, all you fitness enthusiasts and workout warriors, this one's for you. Let's talk about how beets can be your secret weapon for upping your exercise game. There's a bunch of studies out there suggesting that nitrates are pretty fantastic for boosting physical performance, especially when you're pushing hard in endurance sports. Here's the science. Dietary nitrates, like the ones you find in beets, help your body use oxygen more efficiently. This magic happens because nitrates make your mitochondria, those tiny powerhouses in your cells that create energy, work better. Now, why beets? Well, they're like the nitrate superheroes of the veggie world. Drinking beet juice or munching on beets has become a thing among athletes and gym goers. Why? Because it might just help you run faster, cycle longer, and generally perform better in your workouts. You could say beets are like a natural boost to your stamina and oxygen use. So next time you're lacing up your sneakers for a run or hopping on your bike, consider fueling up with some beet goodness. Who knows, it might just give you that extra edge. All right, let's switch gears a bit and chat about the not so fun side of beets. Yep, even these nutritional powerhouses have their downsides. First off, beets are usually pretty chill and don't cause trouble for most people. But if you're someone who gets kidney stones, you might want to listen up. Ever eaten beets and then got a mini heart attack seeing pink or red in the toilet? Relax, it's not blood. Beets can turn your pee into a funky color, but it's totally harmless. Now let's talk oxalates. Beet greens are like oxalate central. These guys can be a bit of a party pooper as they might lead to kidney stones. Plus, oxalates are kind of greedy. They hog the nutrients, making it harder for your body to absorb the good stuff. And the root? Well, it's not as oxalate-packed as the greens, but it's still on the high side. Last but not least, FODMAPs. These are like little carbs that your gut bacteria love to munch on. But for some folks, especially those with IBS, FODMAPs can turn the tummy into a bit of a drama queen, causing discomfort. So, while beets are mostly awesome, they do come with a couple of caution signs. Now I'm curious, what's your beetroot story? Have you experienced any of these amazing benefits or maybe faced some of the downsides? Let's get a conversation going in the comments below. Share your experiences, tips, or even your favorite beetroot recipes. And hey, if you found this video informative and interesting, give it a thumbs up. Catch you in the next video.